The weird thing is that it also feels like without Gyrocopter, Wisp isn't much of a hero right now, as Boom ID are going to go for Lycan. Okay, so it's Lycan safe lane. Only trailing a few CS behind the Brew at the moment, who has already picked up some phase boots. pieliedie waiting for Jhocam over at this bounty. Ooh, he gets lifted. Is he going to be able to get the Nightmare off in time? Just barely. And now they're looking for this kill with KP as well. Jhocam doesn't really look like he has any way out. He does manage to get the D-ward onto the side camp, but he gets crit down, and that's going to be first blood for KP. Things looking even better for him down at the... And FBZ, for the most part, is just avoiding him and pulling creep waves over into the neutrals just to try and secure additional farm. JT getting gone on. They've got the poison touch. Do they have enough heals? They do not. The nuke damage from Boom slices through JT. pieliedie still getting this poison touch refreshed. He's almost dead. Does still have a Nightmare. Febby healing him a little bit, but it's not really that much. The wolves still chase. Boom gonna give up on this dive, however. Not willing to risk anything further. They don't manage to kill off the homing missile, though. So Jhocam actually in big trouble. Nice heal from the Shadow Wave almost saves him, but it's not enough. And they will find a little bit of a turnaround. It was out of range of this Observer ward, so they don't know that the Sand King is coming over here. He's skilled up the epicenter for this as well. They really want both of these kills if they can get them, but JT, alright, he's burrow struck. Here comes the epicenter, but Febby's still healing for all he's worth. Does he have enough in the tank to keep JT alive? He's still surviving, getting body blocked up a little bit by the wolves, but he's not dead just yet. Another burrow strike in 1 second's time. JT should finally be brought down. Boom very much needed that gank to connect, but his Feral Impulse HP regen, so gonna be helpful for that. Morphling applying a ton of pressure. Knows that he's not really in any danger, so willing to come through here. Alright, DD gets dispelled. Moon gonna get stomped up. They're gonna try and relocate in to save him, but it's not gonna really do anything. Fervian just gonna keep on fighting. He sees an opportunity onto Febby, who now tethers across, trying to keep himself alive. Call down's coming through, but nice rotation from the Lycan as they will find 2 kills here. His ultimate wears out, but JT does have a homing missile on him, courtesy of the Morph, and the War Stomp is also off cooldown for the Centaur. Get in front of him. Jhocam coming through now with the stolen rocket barrage, and Boom ID quickly finds 4 kills. Wait, no, 3 kills? 4 kills. Yeah, 3 kills. It's basically a 5-man rotation. They can bring the relocate in as well. They've got the Fiend's Grip. They know that there are heroes down here. Smoke on smoke. Who's going to find who? FBZ might be the first one grabbed. There's still no point in the grave. Mineski are in the river. Bad place to be. They get the burrow strike onto Moon. He thought it was safe, but he is going to be brought down, it looks like. Tornado buys him a couple of seconds. The stick charges a second longer as well, but now JT and Febby find themselves in the middle of a 2-man burrow strike. Why is Mineski choosing to take this fight? They killed the Rubik in the backlines, but he's just laughing from beyond. JT is able to run away a little bit longer. KP finally coming in here, able to pop the Primal Split. The Lycan's still pretty tanky, though. Not easy to bring him down. JT needs to come over and bring this little bit of additional damage. The summons are soaking up the Rocket Barrage. Looks like Fervian will finally be brought down, but it takes pretty much the entire Primal Split duration. FBZ looking for more, has some stick charges to be able to get off another burrow strike. They're focusing on Khezcute, but looks like it's now KP who's in the big trouble. Those crits coming through from the Morphling. And it will be Mikoto picking up that kill. The Morphling is slapping this tier 2 tower at bottom. High is TPing down to try and do something about it, but there's not a whole lot that he really can do. The Invoker coming over. Tornado EMP, bit of a threat on the Morphling. Does get hit by the EMP, but it's not actually that much mana burn. He's okay for now. Does manage to get the pushback onto KP, who has the Primal Split. Relocate now coming through. This is a little bit more like it for Mineski. Boom, can they actually get out of here? Lycan getting controlled. His ultimate duration wasted. They also get the sleep up on the Dazzle. Morphling able to waveform through, avoiding that stun from the Gyrocopter, but still taking big damage. Nice stolen Deafening Blast from Jhocam. Buys a couple more seconds, but Mikoto, no escape. Moon, now he's got those Vessel charges. Lycan back. His entire ultimate wasted by KP. Nicely microed with the Storm Panda, and JT, despite a little bit of a slow start, will find a double kill on both of the cores from the enemy team, or the 2 big cores from the enemy team. So worried that he needs a little bit more of a mana pool against some of the EMP or whatnot, but strikes me as a little bit of a weird item. Epicenters are being channeled. Looking for Febby and JT down bottom here. Febby keeping JT alive as best he can, and JT's actually pretty damn tanky. They do end up losing the Wisp, but worth it to get the Gyrocopter out of harm's way. JT gonna try for the TP out. They've got the catch though. Do manage to find him with the Burst Strike. End up grabbing that kill. We saw this as a play that TNC made in Game 1 versus Boom, and Boom tried to make in Game 2 versus TNC, but Mineski seem to have some kind of sense that this is going on, and they've got the Primal Split ready to go as well. FBZ in a good spot to try and run interference. Roshan's dropping low, about a third HP. They get the Fiend's Grip onto the Sand King. Cold Snap is stolen by Jhocam, but he doesn't really have any mana. Sand King down. Khezcute comes running in here trying to get a Grave, but now he just has to Grave himself. Call down in the pit. They're controlling the Lycan. They did give the Aegis over to the Morphling, so they don't have it for him now. And Mineski just getting in front of him. Moon pops down the Ice Wall, and they might even be able to look for more. They've actually found more. KP microing the Storm Panda over here. Does manage to catch the Rubik. He steals the Primal Split, however. KP not pressing the Drunken Brawler quickly enough. I think Rubik's still going to end up dying, but this is certainly a nuisance. Should just be able to keep chasing the Earth Panda, right? Or maybe not. I was praising KP for the micro, but he may have actually been his own undoing. Okay, now. Besides against the Ghost Scepter at the end of the day, and we'll just end up going for a mech here. Plus armor certainly going to be helpful. Oh, Moon getting stalked. They pop the dust. They get the lift onto him. The Centaur wrapping around from the opposite direction. Nicely microed by Mr. Lycan. He still doesn't even have boots on this Lycan. It's very difficult for him to walk away from the EMP. Sunstrike still scouting. KP up in 10 seconds time. The call down gonna try and stall this for a little bit, forcing Mikoto to morph into some strength. JT poking his nose forward. Meatball gets dropped. That's a lot of Invoker's damage now used. Big Burrow Strike catches out onto 2. FBZ gonna try and disengage, but pieliedie drops the grip onto him. Jhocam manages to steal it, turns it around onto the Gyrocopter. Fervian comes into the backlines. He nets down the Invoker. Moon's in trouble. A few more auto attacks to kill him. Febby also drops. Mikoto just charging forward because he's already got this Aegis. One more Fade Bolt as they now lose Pi. KP, sorry, fighting as best he can. They bring down the Morphling. But that looks like it might be about it. FBZ still chasing after KP here. Moon even buying back for this one. That would look fantastic for them in this series. This means that they don't have to worry about it in terms of the draft. They glyph their wave just to keep this push going. Dazzle going to be able to heal it up a little bit. They're going forward. KP needs to be careful. Comes in here with the Cinder... what's it called? Cinder Brew? Yeah. Cinder Brew thrown down just to slow this a little bit. The EMP also coming through. KP jumping forward. Big slow onto the Lycan. He does have a BKB to pop. Gonna turn around with that now. Does not have the ultimate call down coming through. Morphling backing up a little bit. He's got the cheese. Fervian tried for the TP out, but he just gets crit down. Morphling with the Spirit Vessel on him. Won't be able to morph anything. Cheese not really going to be helpful either, so he doesn't even bother popping it. FBZ now in the tree line. I may have spoken too soon about Boom taking this game. They're now going to get turned around on. Khezcute running for it. It's going to get caught out by JT. On the other side of the fight, Jhocam. I mean, there's a Sunstrike and stuff, but nothing to interrupt that. Mineski around the pit. Roshan, fairly short respawn, only 40 seconds. Both teams just waiting for this. FBZ not even going to show himself and push out this wave at bottom. He's coming over. Who have they actually managed to find? It's the Moon Invoker on the back lines. They bring him down. He does have a buyback available. The Roshan fight starts now. Who will win? Morphling coming in. They're locking down the Gyrocopter to begin with. He pops the BKB. JT just fighting through everything. They're keeping him alive, but they've lost the Wisp. 2 buybacks down. Mikoto morphs back out of the Gyrocopter. He's still got a full HP Morphling form for them to get through, but he gets EMP'd. He gets Spirit Vesseled. He's in trouble. FBZ with the Burrow Strike buying the space. Comes through. They're still trying to keep this Morphling alive. He gets Grave. KP's chasing him. Can they get this kill? The Rocket Barrage. JT finally finishes him off, but it might not be the end of the morph. He's still going to buy back. Rubik buys himself a few seconds, but he's dead. They've also caught the Dazzle on the other side of this fight. Going to go for the TP out, but gets cold snapped. And FBZ and Fervian just running around the pit area right now, wondering what they can do. They've actually found KP. Do they have the damage to kill him? He gets the Drunken Brawler off. He's also got the BKB. Morphling's TPing into the summons. KP dead. Also has a buyback. The fight is continuing. It's another round of Flak Cannon, but they stun up the Gyrocopter. Here comes the Cataclysm. Morphling doesn't die. Moon has the Lycan and the Sand King up in his face. He gets dusted. He'll be brought down. That's a dieback for him. JT still fighting, but he doesn't have his Wisp. They've lost Febby. FBZ. Another nice Burrow Strike. Finds out onto 2. KP still fighting, gets the crits through onto the Lycan and finishes him off. Now finds his level 25. FBZ finishes the Bane. Do they have any detection for him? No. KP, alright, did go for the critical strike damage. They get the whirlwind on the Sand King. Gonna keep him away, and it will be Mineski finally securing the Aegis and Cheese. That was an insane fight. Mineski, what are you doing here? You trying to push some waves for free? Alright, he's just chilling. Nobody really doing anything. Everyone seems very hesitant because of all the buybacks used. This next team fight is going to decide a lot. pieliedie turns around, drops the Fiend's Grip onto the Lycan, but the summons are more than enough to kill him. And they're chasing for more. Febby's got the BKB. He gets stomped up, and looks like Lycan just going to find 2 kills straight up. He's got the Arcane Rune. He's chasing for more. JT might actually be in some trouble here. They lose Moon on the other side of the map. JT, do they have anything to interrupt this TP? They do not, but Fervian's just kiting him. Doesn't want to fight him directly. The Cinderbrew is out. Makoto also fighting up top. Just working his way through the tier 3. They get the melee barracks. BKB popped by Lycan, and he's out of there. And they're also going to end up losing the ranged over at top. Now turns his attention towards the melee. KP comes in. He's got the crits. But Glimmer Cape is going to save the morph. They do manage to get the Nightmare over onto the Sand King, but no follow-up. The Fiend's Grip is still down, so Lycan going for the build your own Doom build as now he goes for the Nullifier. The Lycan and the Morphling actually both scaling fantastically this game, and it feels like the Invoker just not really keeping up at all. Both in terms of net worth and his theoretical impact. Mineski coming out of the base though with the smoke. What can they find? Cataclysm scouts this. They are going to spot the Rubik. He's got the Yules and a Force Staff. Doesn't get him down onto the low ground though, so he's dead. Boom can now decide if they actually want to take this fight. They're a little bit split up. Morphling still has the no waveform charges at the moment. Just gonna get Glimmer Caped and he's gonna be okay. Tornado on the other side, trying to find something. Rubik buying back. What have they actually managed to catch? Brevian's going in. He's got the silence onto the Bane. Can he finish him off? Couple more auto attacks. No! The Fiend's Grip comes through. They end up losing the Lycan. The damage from the Gyrocopter is too much. He's being isolated against this Aghanim's hit. Oh no, and now Boom might just have to disengage. Pi just buying back into the game. Morphling trying to stand and fight, but they're going to lose Khezcute. Makoto being focused down. He gets stunned up. They really want these kills onto Pi, but they might just be going too far for this. They control the Sand King over on the other side. Nice micro from KP, keeping FBZ out of this fight. All they get, they lose 2 cores, and they only get pieliedie twice. So if he gets lifesteal, that's going to make him very, very difficult to kill. He could get some damage now. Oh boy. Moon? Jhocam? What do you... Alright. Just wants the meteor. Mineski, think about that relocate, but end up canceling it, and Moon might actually be in some trouble now. They pop this, they've got the Hex, that's why they wanted the meatball. Moon, what can he actually do? He's gonna get brought down. Not paying enough respect to the Rubik. Oh my god, the amounts of current gold floating around in this game are insane. JT 10.7k, the Morphling's got 6.3, they're going to give the Aegis to him, Refresher Shard and the Cheese over on the Lycan. They can definitely chill out and farm that, and it seems like Boom might just be camping for runes at this stage. I think they could go for another rat play. Oh man, wait, nothing on the courier? Okay, they were trying for something, but... I guess it must have just been Gyrocopter, right? Or maybe the Invoker wanted a Hex component. Okay, let's go back to buyback status, because it looks like we might actually have a fight on our hands here. They get to jump in onto KP, but they won't really be able to focus him down. They've got the Hex follow-up. Can they save him? pieliedie? No Nightmare. KP gets brought down. He buys back immediately. Febby waiting up on the hill. JT doing decent damage, but they end up losing the Wisp, and that means no protection for the Gyrocopter. He's dead. Boom. This is their opportunity with the double damage rune. Moon, can they finish him? Gets into the Ghost Walk. He's going to be okay. Triple core, well, 2 core buybacks coming out from Mineski. They didn't find a single kill in that fight. Very good initiation from FBZ, showing exactly what he can do when they don't have that control from the brew on him. And all right, I'm not so sure, but I think maybe they need more than one. Oh man, Khezcute has a Heaven's Halberd now. Oh my god, it has a 9-second cooldown. and a 5-second duration. This is so backbreaking for the Gyrocopter. They're gonna jump in. They're looking towards KP. They know that he doesn't have a buyback. Can he get the BKB off? He's being hexed so far. Makoto's just hitting him and hitting him and hitting him. KP will be forced into the primal split. These pandas aren't that tanky. This is just a distraction though. The Lycan is going for the racks over at mid, but he gets Fiend Script and brought down. Dead for 100 seconds with no buyback available. They're chasing and looking for more. They get a little bit of scouting onto the Morphling. Seeing him with the Sunstrike, the Storm will be able to lift him up. Khezcute here to help his buddy. Jhocam also waiting up on the high ground. They're looking for a little bit of a fake back. Can FBZ find a good target? He's channeling up the epicenter. Needs to find a good burst strike through. Febby, he's got the cheese. He's got the BKB. Nice nightmare save from pieliedie. They get the Hex out, but FBZ just getting right-clicked to death. Moon gets over into the trees. Grave keeping the Sand King alive, but the Flat Cannon is just doing so much work. JT hasn't even had to pop the Satanic yet. They're going to lose the Morphling for the first time. He'll be back soon, but it's only the Dazzle alive, and KP's already found him and crit him down. What can this Morphling actually get? Looks like nothing. He gets cold snapped, he gets deafening blasted, and he gets put in the ground. Triple kill for JT. Great saving plays from Mineski getting the... And so difficult to kill as well with the lifesteal. Alright, that's the first buyback coming out. There are going to be more buybacks here. FBZ, definitely the best hero to buy back. He can clear these waves super reliably. Dazzle also coming in, but... They got to create some kind of other scenario. Like, I don't know, send the Dominator creep in here and then start threatening TPs onto that or something. They get a Hex. It's over onto FBZ. pieliedie just going to get right-clicked down. Not dead just yet, actually. Makoto turns around, focusing onto him now. Febby and JT right in the middle of this fight. Rubik dead first. Mineski found a good opportunity to fight together. They don't have the Wisp for the Gyrocopter. I don't know how much that's going to matter. There's no pressure elsewhere on the map, so Mineski can just keep on chasing here. Morphling needing to be careful. He finds a little hidey hole in the trees, but Sand King getting caught out. Gonna try and EMP out most of his mana. They've also got the Hex. EMP not really doing that much, but those JT auto attacks raining down as he finds himself an unstoppable streak. And Sand King still no buyback for 50 seconds. Black Cannon doing quite a lot of damage from the Morphling, but Febby's got the sustain. He's still got the cheese. They've still got the mech. Khezcute being annoying, but the lane of racks is already completely gone. They're going to Alacrity the Gyrocopter, and they're going to keep on going. Febby needing to be somewhat careful as Aeon Disc is on cooldown. Now the Sand King's back in. No pressure elsewhere on the map. Mineski looking for 2 lanes of racks. Lycan comes jumping in. What can he actually do? They can't seem to get to the Gyrocopter. They need to get to the backlines and kill off Febby, but he pops the cheese. He's going to be okay. Now they've got the Hex onto the Morphling. He's cold snapped. He's Spirit Vessel. He didn't pop his BKB. He buys back now. They're controlling the Dazzle, keeping him out of the fight, preventing that pesky Halberd, preventing the Grave saves. FBZ just sitting in his Sandstorm, but Mineski are going for it. Heading down towards the bottom side of the map. The Lycan running out his shapeshift duration right now. He's not going to be able to do that much. KP has another Abyssal Blade ready. Could try and find a good target. FBZ sitting here with the blind. It's not really helping enough to get the lift onto the Gyrocopter. Can they focus him down? He's still got the Aegis. JT manages to pop the Satanic. He's just healing up through all of this. They do end up losing the Brewmaster. Immediate buyback from KP. They finally managed to muscle through JT's Gyrocopter. They've lost Febby. Can they keep this guy alive? He's going to pop the BKB. He's still healing up a little bit. The Flat Cannon's on cooldown, and Febby now comes back in with another Hex onto the Morphling. Can't afford to die twice. He comes back in with the Grave. The duration being wasted by the Tornado. He now dies. 2 cores dead for 120, and it looks like Mineski have done it. They jump in. KP drops one more Abyssal Blade onto the Rubik inside of the base. The creeps are pushing, but the Lycan is here trying to defend. He gets the Nullifier over to the Gyrocopter, but Febby once again to the rescue. And it looks like Mineski Dota Plus didn't like them at all this game. Didn't like their chances, but JT fights back with that Rapier. Some very nice team Mineski. I think a little bit of indecision and some sloppy execution on the part of Boom ID. And Mineski will end up taking this game. Oh my god. Tinker doesn't seem amazing. Bit greedy. Huskar, actually. Okay. So this is the theoretical counterpick to... Oh, maybe... Is it the theoretical counterpick to the TA? That decision could actually lose him this lane. And losing this lane could actually lose them this game. Oh, going on FBZ at bottom. Looks like they got him with the Inkswell, and Moon easily brings him down. That is first blood. This This Enigma pick is so greedy. kp not using his sentry ward just yet. Still hanging on to it. Jhocam getting gone on. Does manage to get the stun out, but he doesn't avoid the Inkswell damage. So Moon, sidestepping the Centaur Stomp, does find himself yet another kill down here at bottom. Alright, FBZ needs to be wary of these side traps now. Jhocam, what's he going for? Probably just going to try and buy some arcanes. KP wants the rune, but unfortunately for him, it's a regen waiting over at top. They get a Nightmare onto the Ogre. They are going to be able to get the arrow through, but the Raindrop helping to keep Pi alive. He's pretty tanky. Looks like they might just be able to find the turnaround here. They Brain Sap onto Febby instead. Triple Wraithband. He's fairly tanky. Khezcute looking for the vision over in the trees. They've got the Sentry Ward down. And jumping over. Febby looking like he's also going to fall. Should not have committed for that kill on the Bane. Brain Sap, a little bit too much healing, and Boom ID getting back on the board. Traps from TA actually very annoying. Scouting all the rotations into this lane, really preventing the Centaur from doing too much. He does have the Stampede to be able to get away if they put pressure on him, but Pi now rotating down bottom. Trap number 1. There's a second trap ready to go. They get the silence this time around, so he won't actually be able to pop the Stampede. Gets through the bug. Well, gets through the Phantom. We'll be able to come back now. Stun coming out. The slow. They've actually got the turnaround. They lose the Sand King over at mid, but Moon finds this kill at bottom. KP just being brought down. Didn't even get jumped on by the life break, it looks like. Just Rivian maybe pushing him out with the inner fire and then auto-attacking him to death. They're diving for more at bottom. Jhocam choosing to stick around for this one, and Moon just going to come diving in. They are going to rotate the Mirana. Nightmare to start this off. pieliedie going to try and tank it, but it's not enough. The arrow still connects. pieliedie chasing forward, but doesn't have any mana to actually finish this kill. Is he going to be able to just punch it down? I somehow doubt it. He doesn't have a TP scroll either, but Jukes maybe? Stun? Okay, no. What can he actually do? Waste some time. Buy items. Does he have... Okay, still got some unreliable gold. One more TP scroll Pi. Alright, there you go. Get a ward, get a... I'm just going to be grabbing some phase boots now as well. A little bit of extra armor for him. Pretty happy with that build up. KP coming forward. KP doesn't realize that there's a sentry ward just sitting on the other side of the lane, and Fervian is just going to get both the tower and the kill. Okay. Gets a Blink Dagger up, and that's still going to be a long time coming with the rate that FBZ is farming. Yeah, Moon just cutting waves. They're running at him, but they got a black hole him or something. Ooh, fraction of cooldown for 1 second. Jump forward. All right. Well, I said that they had to black hole him or something, but they don't even need to. Once again, the sentry wards are the undoing of Mineski, and Fervian just finds a free kill. Stampede coming through. Febby going to be looking for the chase. Need a little bit more slowdown. The Centaur is quite tanky. 1800 HP is a bit of a beefcake. The Mirana also worrying, does a lot of damage. Phantom's Embrace still on cooldown. They do have the Inkswell now. They're actually surrounding everybody at bottom. Febby doesn't have a TP scroll. He gets caught by the arrow. Nicely done. TP is coming in from KP. They're going to try and turn this one around onto the Huskar. Can they do it? He gets the inner fire, knocking them back. Epicenter not doing enough, though the side blade spill is coming through from Moon, though there is the save from Khezcute. He's tanking the tower shots. Everybody dying in this fight. The Mirana still signs KP with another Burrow Strike, and it ends up being a 4-for-1. Oh, a poorly timed dive for Boom ID. As some Huskar players against the Spirit Vessel, you'll just go for an Aghanim Scepter quickly, and then you can use the really low cooldown to just keep purging it off. Which seems like a pretty strong strat. Ooh, Mineski. Mirana leaves the high ground, and who's waiting for her when she comes back here? Couple of stuns, quite a bit of damage. Does have one more leap charge, couple of stick charges as well. Pops the shrine, but that's not going to save her. Febby now comes jumping in, one last leap, but KP finishes the kill. Chasing all the while with that Bloodlust. FBZ sitting right underneath this Radiant Observer Ward, so they know exactly what he's up to. And in fact, gonna start getting hit by the tower at this point, so they should know what's going on. They're gonna push the Sand King around. AP, can he find an escape? He will be able to get the blink away. Nicely done. Still sticking around here in case Mineski want to try and find a fight. They go in pretty deep. They get the double silence out. Can they actually focus down FBZ? There's still the Aegis on this Huskar. Gets the inner fire knockback. They can't finish him off just yet. Tower's low, but not dead. They get the TA trap slow, chasing further forward. Now they're just going to look to surround the Huskar, but they have to be careful of this blink black hole. Jhocam's going to be able to look for it. He jumps in now, looks for the opportunity, but he's just getting ticked down by the epicenter. He got hit by Moon as he jumped in. The inner fire comes out one more time, but it looks like they should be able to finish the Huskar. Double kill for Febby as he jumps in and finds the crit. Mikoto does manage to get the TP away, but very similar to that bottom fight as Mineski now find a 4-0. I think Mikoto arriving a little bit late to the party. He is just going for an MKB first, so not your standard Maelstrom kind of a build-up, and whoop, stun, silence. The lockdown from these Mineski supports is great, and now Febby comes in to finish it off. Oh, such a nice gank. Camping on top of this sentry ward. There's just nobody to really threaten Mineski. Like, you look at where KP is playing. They can't punish him because there's no centaur with a blink dagger to come, like, blink dust him and then get a stomp off. They're gonna get the arrow over into the TA. Alright, nice little nightmare gank. As I'm saying that they don't have any gank control, they will find a nice setup at mid lane, so Moon brought down. So, this is a must-win for them. But hopefully not feeling that pressure too much. Just able to keep on playing their same old dotes. Mineski still controlling the top side of the map. Boom controlling the bottom, but they see the Mirana isn't here yet, and they just jump straight onto the Enigma. Now the Huskar down below half HP already, going to have to be forced to deal with the Phantom. They do get the disarm out. Stomp not going to catch Febby as he pops the BKB just in time. Buyback from the Enigma. He's TPing over to the Shrine. Can he find a good black hole opportunity? He catches it onto 2, but KP jumps through. He manages to cancel it. Febby's still being fiend script. Where is the TA? Now he finally arrives. Moon with the damage, finds a double kill immediately. Looks for the third. Should be able to finish up the Huskar, but no, the disarm comes in. The Heaven's Halberd back off cooldown. Moon can't finish that kill, and Fervian just turns and finds a triple. This Shrine represents a lot of health for pieliedie, but only 35 seconds to go with the black hole being on cooldown. Pieliedie, alright, did go for the 90 GPM, but will still be opting for an Aether Lens here. FBZ jumps in. Finds an initiation onto this Grimstroke. JT does have a Glimmer Cape. That's going to keep him alive for now. Where's the detection? They just don't have any. JT, he's just fine. He gets the silence out onto a couple. They're holding this high ground. The Huskar does come in, gets the jump over onto Febby, but he just pops BKB. He's already sliced down the Mirana. He's looking for more. They get the Burrow Strike out onto one. It's a triple kill for Febby, making an ultra kill. He's doing so much damage with the Basher and the Bloodlust and the BKB. Give this man the Rampage. Can they do it? Moon thinking about taking it. Oh no, they can't quite get it to him. KP does grab that final kill. But in the end, Mineski are the ones who will be able to head into the Roshan pit, claim their prize. We got the Aegis on the PA, we've got the cheese on the Templar Assassin. The Glyph's gonna buy them a couple of seconds, but I mean, Mirana, I'm still this Mirana hero. She just died so quickly in that fight. Didn't get any damage done. He's got plenty of net worth, but it's not really amounting to anything. Melee Barracks dead. FBZ needs to be careful with that Soulbind. He drags it over onto the Mirana. They split the disarm. The silence coming through. Daggers flying. Febby just wants this kill. He is going to end up losing his Aegis for this potentially. Fiend's Grip locking him down, but Moon just jumps forward and completely destroys the Mirana. And Mineski just don't have to leave. They're going to stay here. They head towards top. They already took the tier 3, the tier 2 here earlier. So why not? Enigma does have the black hole available. We're going to send the Huskar in and hope that everybody groups up. But Mineski, they're not dumb. They're staying spread. They're not going to give the opportunity to the Enigma to find the big black hole. They're just poking at this Huskar, waiting out his BKB. Enigma can't find the angle. He's still smoked. He's going to have to go in soon. There's no real opportunity to save the Huskar. He saves himself with the inner fire. The Enigma gets bashed. Febby pops the BKB one more time, and an auto attack from Moon finishes that kill as they now dive towards the fountain. And in one fell swoop, one fight, they didn't have dust. They got kited towards this high ground. The PA swooped in, and that is going to be the end of pieliedie here in the major qualifiers. They are eliminated. Mineski moving forward, winning this series 2-0. They have one last shot to punch their ticket to the major.